Hey party people, Andrew here at SHOT 2023 with Matt, Director of Engineering for Geissele.
Sure.
You guys have some new stuff this year, right?
We do.
This is Customs and Border Patrol rifle.
That's accurate, yes.
Hopefully they don't notice that I took it from them, and maybe we can get it back into the car before they see that it's gone, but no, this doesn't belong to the government agency. It's so named because you won a contract, right?
That's correct, yeah. So we won a contract for actually 5 rifles. These are 3 of them. The other 2 are just the select fire versions of both this one and this one.
So what sets this apart from other rifles in that Geissele makes?
So if you were to take it and you compare it directly to our Super Duty, the biggest thing is going to be weight, which you're holding it in your hand, you can feel it. It's almost just under a pound lighter than our regular Super Duty, which is offered to the general public right now. That was one of the really big things. The handguard was a huge thing. There's a lot of engineering time that went into that. I can take it from you here. So anyone who knows our product knows it's very similar to a Mark 16 rail, right? So it looks like our standard Super Duty rail. There's been a lot of meat taken out of it. It's very lightweight, and it really plays well with the rest of the gun. And that was a requirement from them, from Border Patrol. So that's really one of the big ones. It runs our ALG trigger, and again, they were very specific with the weights. We had to meet a window, so that was all really specific, all in the SOW.
So what drives their needs more, and what are their end users? Were they looking for a rifle for entry teams or for Border Patrol agents?
I think it's for everybody, really.
Or just this is going to be the one rifle to roll them all.
It's going to be the rifle, I think. And the idea was that they never really had a contract on a weapon, whether it was an off-the-shelf weapon or anything like that. They have armors that build, just kind of cobble together old Colts and stuff like that. There was no standard, and that was really the whole point of this contract. So it was put out there. Everybody kind of entered, and I mean everybody, a lot of big names, tossed in guns, ours included. And we were awarded the contract. Obviously, we're not allowed to know exactly why. We don't get to, hey, you won because of this. That's not something that's, broadcast.
Okay. Yeah.
But we do understand that a lot of it came down to reliability and accuracy.
Yeah.
So we're able to make a very accurate hammer forged barrel, and I think that played a big role into why we were awarded this contract.
So. For the versions that you're selling to the regular consumers like me and whatnot, there's several variants on the CBP rifle though, right?
Yeah, so right now there's 5 of them. There is the 11.5, which is here in front of you, the 14.5, and then an 18-inch DMR. The other 2 are the 14.5 and the 11.5 select fire. And the 11.5, is that going to be available as a pistol, or are we going to do only? For now, what we're going to do is we're going to offer them exactly how we offered them to them. So when they come out, they're going to go to the civilian market just like this. You're going to have to SPR it. Okay, same thing with this. As we move forward and we go on down, we may pin and weld this one to make it available for people that don't have to then go and SPR it. I'm not sure what we're going to do with that one just yet.
I don't think anybody is. Yeah. I don't think the feds are sure.
Right.
Nobody knows. Not to get way off into the weeds, but I'm pretty sure that the only real reason they did it is to cause that disruption, to make it so you can't say, yeah, we'd be okay with that.
Right.
It's just to cause that uncertainty.
So that one for the foreseeable future is going to be an SPR.
Maybe a safer way to say it is, if the feds and the lawyers allow it, of course there will be a pistol version.
Exactly. Yep.
All right. So what else do you got new this year?
We can talk about our GFRs.
Let's bring it on over here. Yeah. And
you want to grab me the retail one? So we have a couple different options. The one he's going to grab is our 20-inch Strato match, we call it. So this is really geared towards precision shooting. So 6mm arc. It's a very popular cartridge. It's becoming a very popular cartridge. We love it. We've been working with it for about 2 years. We were brought on to work on it for a contract, and then we've now moved it into our commercial fleet. So this is one of our commercial options that'll be coming out in the next probably 4 to 8 weeks, give or take. These should be hitting the streets. This one's a 20-inch. like I said, it's really, really geared towards precision shooting. I run this in PRS. It's a very, very accurate rifle, all the way out to 1,000, give or take.
What about the magazine envelope? What kind of compatibility does it have with other large format ARs?
So this is a small frame, this one. So this is actually an M4 platform for the 6mm.
I can't see.
Yep. So as far as compatibility goes, the magwell is the same size. But what we've done is we've designed our own magazines from the ground up. It's a custom spring, custom follower, custom shell. It's all designed by us, and it really helps with feeding. If anyone knows what a 6-arc looks like, there's a very steep angle on the shoulder. It makes it hard to feed in a semi-auto.
The 5.56 has a lot.
It's a lot shallower,
but the taper on the case walls is, and hence the magazines tend to be either straight or very lightly curved.
Right. So a lot of the engineering that's gone into it, and a lot of the development has been around that. The barrel extension is completely proprietary and custom. The barrel, the upper, the barrel nut. It's all custom and proprietary to make this work. A lot of people that are running 6-arc these days, are just taking a kind of a Grendel, right? Grendel setup and trying to make it work. You end up with sheared bolts. You end up with stuff like that.
Well, that's been a problem with Grendel from the beginning because you have a lot less meat there. If you're going to use a standard AR bolt with 7.62x39 case head, you have to remove a lot of metal.
You get a really thin wall. Is what ends up happening. So we have a forged bolt. There's a lot of proprietary that goes into that for us. A lot of technology, and we don't have that problem.
Awesome. So the obligatory questions all the time are, how much is it, when can I have it? Obviously, we talked about a few different options here, but can you give us a little bit of an idea of the price ranges? And
so I think this model, this is the highest end of this for now. That's going to come out first. We're looking to have this out by the end of the first quarter is the goal, and I think it's going to retail somewhere in the 3,800 range, give or take.
Okay.
Then we have an 18-inch version. You want to grab now? You don't want to talk about the 18-inch version? We have an 18-inch version.
It's being thrown around.
Oh, yes, people are grabbing it over there. Sorry, we're a little busy in the booth. There's an 18-inch version. It comes in tan. That one I think is going to be more in the $3,500 range, give or take. Same technology, just a little bit shorter. I will say, everything on these weapons is made by us here in Pennsylvania, in the United States. The only thing on this gun that's not ours actually is this MacBook PRS stock. We don't have a PRS platform stock at the moment.
That's not something very many manufacturers can say.
Right.
Most AR manufacturers, I don't feel I'm remotely out of line in saying that the overwhelming majority of most AR makers assemble ARs. They don't actually make barrels or receivers or pins or springs or anything themselves. They just put parts together.
I think that's really what sets us apart. We're truly a manufacturer. Myself and my team design everything on this, and we make it in-house. Not to say we won't use a vendor. If our machines are tied up, we might go down the street.
Sure. And the fact that you make everything yourself doesn't guarantee you don't make a mistake, but it does mean you have a lot more control over the process.
We do, and we have a very tight control over our quality process. Some features on here that we can talk about that are ours. This was an addition to our Mark 16 rail that came out on the Super Duties.
Is that a QD socket?
It is. So our Mark 16s have always had a QD socket there, but they were aluminum.
Yeah.
And that's now a stainless insert,
fancy.
and it looks nice.
It does.
Bill likes to say it looks like a jewel on the rail.
Yeah.
And I agree. It's good looking. This is what we call our Super Suave muzzle brake. That's all designed and made in house. That's completely machined out of billet stainless steel. The barrel's made in house. The gas blocks are made in house. The rails are made in house. Uppers, lowers, everything, all made in house. And this is even our optic. This is our 1 to 6.
On the uppers and lowers, for that matter, there's not a lot of manufacturers of AR uppers and lowers. Most of the consumers don't realize that most of the forgings out there are all from the same few companies, and a lot of the really top tier manufacturers are reselling those same few. Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with that, but again, doing it yourself gives you a ton of control that the other guys don't.
Yeah, we have a lot of control over the tolerances is really what it comes down to. We can tighten up our tolerances. One big thing, you can grab a hold of any one of our weapons and try to check for slop between the upper and the lower. You're never going to find it, right? Whereas you grab a mil-spec upper and lower, you can feel the difference between them. You're not going to feel that in any of our products. And that's account to all the tight tolerances that we hold when we machine them.
Matt, this is a handsome looking rifle. I'd love to get my hands on one, get a few rounds down range sometime. If you guys can get one out to Texas for us, I think we'd like to do some content on it if we get a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to have you guys get your hands on one. Maybe we can even have you out up in Pennsylvania.
Even better.
You know, we have the ability to shoot all the way out to a mile up there.
Then again, maybe we could talk you guys into coming out to Texas. We got a little bit better weather there.
I do, yes. Right now,
One way or
especially
another.
right now, yeah.
We got to get together. We got to get some rounds down range. I appreciate you walking us through all of these products and taking the time and having the patience to put up with my crap.
No, you've been great.
Thank you guys for watching. Please support our sponsors because we couldn't do this without them. I love you.